Janice is devastated. Whatever the fuck. Let's get into this though.
On December 13th, 2015, 45-year-old Chad Fontenot called 911, claiming that he had just killed his girlfriend, Kim Boswell, and his roommate, Wendell Nichols. The police secured the crime
There would be
scene
no reason to be
and
doing
brought
all that
Chad
again.
back to the police department to be interviewed. Before speaking with Chad, the detectives decide to talk with his ex-girlfriend first to get a better understanding of who Chad is and his relationship to his victims.
You may have received a phone call, and that's what we're going to talk about today, okay?
Hold on. Am I tripping?
Detectives decide to talk and brought Chad back to the police department to be interviewed. Before speaking with Chad, the detective called 911, claiming that he had just killed his girlfriend, Kim Boswell, and his roommate, Wendell Nichols.
So he killed his girlfriend and his roommate? So who just pulled up here?
Chad back.
Better than anybody.
Who is this?
You may have received a phone call, and that's what we're here to talk about.
Oh, it's his mom, I think.
Okay?
Nah,
You
this is
probably
too
know
young to be
Chad
his
better
mom.
than anybody, so just kind of give me a little background with him, how long you guys dated, just so I can get, just to know who he is, because I did not have the opportunity to really talk to him last night.
Okay. Chad was not a violent person.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, of course we argued.
Right.
He's an alcoholic.
Oh, his ex, I think.
He would miss work. He, you know, and that's the most that we argued about. Him getting drunk and falling down.
Mm-hmm.
Me being afraid that he's going to truly hurt himself. He fractured a couple of ribs, but never once was there any violence in any of his relationship.
He never physically touched
No,
you or
never,
anything like that?
Never. Chad is just literally becoming more and more introverted, not talking and doing nothing. I mean, he would, you know, be at the house cook.
That nigga did not fuck with none of them
niggas. To have a conversation, I would just have to literally drag it out and, you know, talk to him. And it was just very depressed state. I mean, just never smiling and almost flat affect at times. On a Sunday and every day, every morning he was talking to me, texting me, texting to me, and just telling me.
See, this type of stuff that I don't get. You notice all these little things, like he just became an introvert. He started doing all this, and you don't say nothing to nobody. You just keep it pushing. Like, come on, gang, speak up.
Control my drinking, and I can't keep making you this miserable. He said, I need to leave you because I keep hurting you. And he goes, I don't know what to do. And, you know, we're trying to make this thing work out. And then he met Kim. She is a very severe alcoholic.
Yo, that's
also.
a horrible combination.
Apparently she was in an
drinkers?
accident with an 18-wheeler is the story that she was telling everybody.
Damn.
And so she's on pain medication. And she pops pills and drinks. And Chad was texting me, telling me that he met his match. That,
Yo, it's over again.
This girl can drink him under the table. She doesn't slow down. He's saying, Janice, I can't get any rest. I don't sleep anymore. She goes. It's drinking. And
she forced
Chad's ex-girlfriend Janice.
I wouldn't say forcing.
That's
low-key type crazy. Imagine nigga forcing you to drink
alcohol throughout their relationship. Eventually, Chad would leave her, only to find a new girlfriend who would later become one of his victims.
The guy that he was living with told me that he tried to leave her a couple of times.
3 minutes in, she already spilling all the tea.
3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, banging on the windows, beating on the side of the trailer. He had to go out and tell her to leave. The guy that he was living with, you know, got what Chad considered just a little too harsh with her. So he says, man, you ain't got to be mean about it. He says, just, you know, I'll get her to leave. But this was a continuing thing. Whenever Chad would leave, she would chase him into the bars, into the trailers, just no matter what. December the 1st, he came over, he got out of his truck. And when I looked at him, I said, Chad, I said, man, what is going on with you? You look like shit. He goes, I am so exhausted. He says, James, I never sleep anymore. He said, she's on me like this all the time. He said, I can't get away from her. He says, I sleep in the woods for her not to be able to find me.
Wow.
Yo! What kind of super girlfriend this nigga got? This nigga is retreating to the... This nigga's retreating to the woods, gang, to get away from his girlfriend. Yo, that's a whole new level of dedication. Yo, what's good, my boy? Welcome to the stream.
And I said, Chad, we really need to talk. We need to get you some help.
Yo, his girlfriend is running to the woods to get away from sleeping in the woods. How you doing? Y'all doing good? How you doing?
Me about how he would she would just constantly, she's on him and fighting and controlling him. Chad didn't have a job, didn't have a vehicle, didn't have any money.
Doing good, broski. That's great. That's great.
She
We was watching this little detective thing.
Relationship. When you would try to call him, she would answer his phone.
We're gonna skip through like the parts that don't really matter though.
He called me. You have to quit texting me. Kim's getting upset and crying. He said, you can't do that.
What is that?
I said, I'm not doing anything trying to talk to you.
Yo, what's good, my boy Bounce?
She doesn't like it. You got to quit. I hear her in the background just yelling at him and crying and yelling and screaming. The whole time, the last 30 minutes that he was there, 15 minutes of
what it's about,
her calling his phone, my phone, his phone, my phone.
I guess she found out what her boyfriend did, but bro did something crazy though.
Calm down, I'm leaving. Okay, I'm coming. Hang up. She calls again, calls again, calls again. Honest to God, look at the records. This is how she dealt with him.
Right.
Push, 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 push. And the man just, I've never seen him. I'm used to looking at him in an alcoholic situation with the alcoholic face. So, anyways.
After listening to the details behind the toxic relationship between Chad and Kim, the detective moves on to the night Kim and Wendell were shot and killed by Chad.
Yo, she's no help either though. She literally said he was running to the woods to get away from her girlfriend, and she's sitting here doing that.
What
did he tell me about the night that last night?
Okay.
What you?
I texted him that morning at 3:23 because his brother had called me.
Yesterday morning?
Yeah, I texted him, and I said, "Are you alive?" I just had this sinking sensation. His brother called me from Louisiana the Tuesday before. Janice, I can't get in touch with Chad. Emily couldn't. His daughter could not get in touch with him. He hadn't talked. I said, "Have you talked to Emily?" "No, I can't."
Is she only?
You can't? I said, "Chad, you're a grown man." You
I was finna say, if she was getting interviewed for the rest of this video, what is it, 12 minutes?
You don't understand.
She's that would be
I was
crazy.
at 3 a.m.
But this was during that conversation.
I'm assuming this is him all right
here
here though.
Morning at 3:23, I just texted him and I said, "Are you alive?" No response, nothing whatsoever. So 8:15, I'm out with some friends. Hit the phone
At
ring.
8:15 at night?
8:15 last night. I'm out with some friends, and
Nah, it's type crazy though.
I didn't answer the phone because I thought I'm not going to be dragged back into this.
I made a song, bro.
Situation. He needs to fix it. Decide what he wants to do with Kim.
Put it down at Child Reactor after this video. This video actually is
Kim
pretty short.
Posted a picture of them in the bar, and I'm going to tell you that picture that I'm looking at, Chad. You've seen people that have.
Yeah, it's like 12 minutes left. 11 something.
My girlfriend Stacy was finding out information and finding her name, and then she's looking her up and she's telling me. I said, she's trying to help me.
Song is 2 minutes, by the way. All right, bet.
Find it. I said, I've got to go find him, or I said,
I be trying to make music, but I suck at coming up with lyrics.
Down the road, and
low key, just come off like whatever's like catchy or like go with the beat.
Going back there, so I'm just driving down Jack's.
You don't even gotta be too lyrical.
I see. If he did something, I said, then I'm gonna follow the sirens, and then I did, and there you guys are.
The detective finishes up and moves on to the next interview. This time she will be interviewing
I'm trying to see who's
Wendell's
next, bro.
girlfriend, Sherry, who claims she was on the phone with him when he and Kim were both shot and killed by Chad.
This most replay too.
Let me ask, how would your life change if you were making an extra $10K with your own online fitness business?
And it's from my understanding that
Yeah,
Wendell
till
is your boyfriend?
8:05 because I have a party to go to at 8:30. All right,
But
bet.
I've known him for about 10 years.
And
That
how
boy
long
finna
you
party
known
it
him?
up. Don't do nothing crazy though.
About 2 weeks, but maybe 3. I just met her through Wendell.
Okay.
They grew up together, or they've known each other forever.
Okay. What did Wendell stay there? Live
Yes.
there?
Do all crazy stuff.
Temporarily, he was in a
Yo, this
motorcycle
kid.
accident the week of Thanksgiving, and he got
That's
hurt really bad. And him and Kim have been friends
Thanks.
forever, so they had him come stay there so that she could help take care of him because his back was hurting his head and he
Bro,
couldn't
finna be at
move
the
around,
Project
couldn't
X
work.
party.
So he was staying there temporarily
Okay.
until he got on his feet.
So he hasn't been staying there very long. Okay.
Yo, is this
Just
party being that
since,
important right here?
The accident, which was
Damn, it's
the week of
1.
Thanksgiving, I
58
believe it
a.m.
was.
here.
No, Veterans Day.
Oh, it's
on
only
Veterans
4.
Day.
Okay. Now, how do
Wait,
you know
where are you
Chad?
from?
I met him through Kim.
It's 4.
So would you say you know him about 2 weeks also?
It's 5 p.m.
I met him about a week and a half ago after I'd already met Kim, and I didn't care much for him, so I didn't really associate much with him.
Sweden, like, is it cold out there? What it's like out there?
We're dating, but they fight all the time, and he's very aggressive and controlling, which is why I don't like him. So.
What do they fight about?
Stupid stuff. Her going to the bar like Friday night. She went up to this place called Mustangs, and this woman named Joanne.
That look cool right now.
Was trying to tell Chad that Kim had
they be having gang violence in Sweden.
She was hanging all over them.
I never know that.
The normal bar stuff. And then last night we all went to Chasers.
I never knew
we had such a good time. They were getting along and everything. And his ex came in and she sat down at the table right behind me.
Do you know who the ex is?
They be bombing? Is there a war or is it a gang violence? I'm confused. Bombing is crazy.
Her name is Janice. I do not know her last name.
Okay.
Sherry's story is different from Janice's.
How are people getting bombed though? Like, we're talking like the average dudes be having like a hand grenade or something.
And she also mentions that Chad's ex-girlfriend Janice was at the bar the night Chad became a murderer. This contradicts Janice's story, where she claims Chad was the victim, and she was unable to reach him.
If you have anything that even slightly, you said like throwing grenades in their ops apartments and shit. Yo, I don't think you living in Sweden, gang. You might be living in a war zone. If you an American, you have anything that slightly even pops or crackles, the FBI would be at your door, bro. You have Secret Service with snipers over your roof.
The night he killed his roommates.
So she sits next down to the table next to you?
She sat down at the table behind me.
Like out here, you could have like a million guns, bro.
And
but
Chad got
anything that even pops or anything, bro, they're on your ass, bro.
Shortly after.
Okay.
We stayed behind and we went to breakfast with Wolf and Rachel at Waffle House.
I got 4 more minutes.
They're about 2:30 or something like that. I'm not sure.
I ain't gonna lie, gang.
Okay.
I'll just react to it.
And,
you could go. I'll just clip it for you. I'll clip it for you.
We got our truck from Wolf and Rachel's and we went back to Kim's, and Wendell and I went to bed. I hate Chad. I'm sorry.
I know.
Passion.
Completely understand.
I'll clip it for you.
Chad and Ashley were asleep.
My boy Bell.
Kim was up because she had said she had done something to her arm. Now, I don't know if he did it or she actually did something to her arm, but she showed me her arm and it was all swollen up. She said, I'm going to go to the emergency room. I need to move your truck. So I gave her my keys. She moved my truck to the grass. We went on back to bed. I don't know if she ever went to ER or not. We were tired.
Okay.
So we went.
Yo, her
to bed.
story kind
I
of
don't know
beating
if
around
she
the
ever
bush,
made
bro.
it
She's
to
not
ER
really
or
saying
When
like.
we got up this morning, her truck was in the.
I guess they're just trying to find out who he is
You
as a
left
person.
at 9 o'clock this morning by yourself?
No, I got up and had coffee. Wendell made me coffee like he always does, and we hung out for a little while. And he smoked a cigarette, and we just chit chatted. And about 10:30, 10:15, 10:30.
But how was yours? New Year's at school?
And we texted off and on during the day.
I was literally just playing the game.
And then he sent me a text.
What y'all boys do for New Year's
said, I wished I wasn't staying here anymore. I'm so tired of listening to them fight. They were fighting. And he said he wasn't feeling well.
2025 that year though.
He had taken
Yo, it's
something
looking
for
mad
it,
majestic outside.
and he was sitting in the recliner, and I said, we talked a little bit more. I said, I'll call you at 8 like I always do, because I normally get up at 3 to go to work. So I call him before I go to bed.
I green out and fell asleep throwing up on the toilet.
Changed how I do business. I'm a photographer.
That boy was going crazy with the alcoholic beverages.
When I called him at 8, we were talking about our plans for the weekend. We were talking about movies, just chit-chat, normal chit-chat. And I said, well, I'm going to be going to bed soon. And I said, I love you. I'll do anything in the world for you.
Oh, yeah.
I said, if I need to take
you was asking for
something,
something.
I will, because he's having complications.
He was multitasking it, too. Yeah.
I said,
Yo, this man was multitasking.
Okay, baby, you can pick me up after work. And I said, I love you. And he said, I love you too. And then all of a sudden I heard a loud bang noise and a woman scream, and then everything went dead. And I was screaming his name. He wouldn't answer, so I hung up. I kept calling his phone and calling his phone. Nobody would answer. So I texted him, no response. So I called Kim's phone, no response. I texted him, no response. Or texted her, I'm sorry. So I said, well, if something's wrong with Wendell, I'm worried.
We're getting into it.
That something's happened to him, because he's been having complications. I said, can you try to call him and see if he'll answer, or go by there and check on him? Because he's not answering and I'm worried. And a little while later, Wolf called Rachel called and said that her and Wolf were at the house and it was all roped off and there was cops and everything. And some other bystander told him that 2 people were dead in the house, but they didn't know who or any details. And then we talked back and forth a few, and then I talked to you.
Okay, but you were on the phone with him, and you said you called him right at 8, and it was a 7 minute and
7 minutes and 39 seconds. I looked at my phone.
And you guys are starting to say your goodbyes, say I love you, and all of a sudden you hear a loud bang and a female scream.
And then a scream.
And that's all that you ever heard. Did the phone stay open, like on an open line or anything? Could you hear anything else?
Not after the bang and the scream, and I hung up and was trying to call back and nobody would call. But I have seen Chad get aggressive with Kim.
So instead of you waiting on the line, like maybe I could hear some back talk in the background, you know, some background noise. You hang up and try to call back. Yo, what kind of sense does that make?
I've heard them all.
I guess Panic really do that. But
they do it all the time. He's very jealous. He's very possessive, and he's very controlling. Okay. Why he would shoot Wendell, I don't know, unless Wendell was trying to defend himself.
Yo, it is dead looking, mad majestic. It's like pink outside.
Because I'm not in Chad's head. I don't know.
But you know that Kim and Chad have a really bad relationship, and they
all the time.
I'm
and Chad is very aggressive. I've never ever seen him get into it with Wendell. As the only thing I've ever seen is them getting along just fine. So I don't know where that came from. I don't know why.
Okay.
Like I said, unless Wendell was trying to defend.
Yo, it looks mad.
Kim, maybe he was trying to get the gun from him. I don't know.
Oh, I gotta flick this.
Now that she has a better understanding of who Chad is and why he may have wanted to kill Kim and Wendell, it's time to talk with Chad.
If you know, like when the sky be looking like that cotton candy type color, I can't really show you because like I don't know how to explain it. There's this fucking shit next to my room, so it's like. But after stream, I'm gonna go outside and look at that shit. Though. That shit looks great. It's like this orange color, orange blue. I think my webcam can hold that for you.
I'm investigator Bernard. Okay. Just want to give you a heads up. I know you've been waiting for a long time in the back of the car, but I just want to give you a heads up.
I look got the worst view in my room. Longer, okay? Like my room has the worst view.
We're gonna collect your clothes
ever.
And we're gonna come and get.
All right, so this is him right here.
Do all that for you, okay? You got plenty of water? You need anything else?
I'd like to have a smoke somewhere.
Unfortunately, I can't do that in here. I wouldn't mind, but if I had the means to do that, I wouldn't mind at all. I can't in here, and no smoke inside the building. Okay. You need anything else?
Damn, all right.
Okay, so just, if you don't mind, sit and wait. That's all it is at this point, okay?
Yeah, I'm not going to make any statements until I get a lawyer.
That's fine. I understand that, and that's why I just want to tell you what.
I mean, I'm going to cooperate with you guys, but I want representation.
That's completely fair, but I just wanted you to know
why
you're sitting here for a long time. That's why you're sitting here for a long time. Because we're just waiting for people to come in here, okay? All right?
Well, how much is a long time?
Well, I gotta wait for crime scene to get here and for them to do their thing.
Crime is accused of? He accused of getting 2 people out the way.
You have a phone number?
God, they ask him.
If you've purchased a faulty
Hopefully,
car, you can get
it was for a good reason.
Like this and get your entire
but
car.
So far, it's looking like it was 100% him.
You got my phone, or it's still laying out there in the yard?
Matter of fact, 1,000.
Where you employed at right now?
Nowhere.
Unemployed?
Unemployed, yep.
How long you been unemployed?
No, about 4 months, 3 months, something like that.
Nah, it's crazy though.
Oh, shit. Oh, whatever. Oh, God. Forgive me. Oh, damn it, Kim.
If he was really going through it though, it's like, damn.
This wouldn't quit.
Yo, when they be doing this, I don't know if they like genuinely like they just can't keep it in their head no more, so they just start talking to themselves, like just saying it out loud, speaking their mind for real. Sometimes I feel like they know the camera right there, so they start doing it for the camera. I don't know, that's just me though. I feel like they be knowing investigators finna rewatch that camera. I'm saying like,
you got what you wanted. Been wearing these for a long time.
Yo, why they come up? They couldn't blur his body up.
Oh.
Chad refused to talk with the detectives, despite having told the 911 dispatcher and the officer that arrested him that he was the shooter. Unfortunately
and
for
he
Chad,
exposed himself too.
The police already had more than enough evidence to charge him with murder, so he would be transported to the local jail.
We're not gonna get the smoke.
Huh? You're not, man.
No.
Okay, go ahead, stand up. Can't.
They can't even let my boy get that smoke in.
I'll keep you cuffed in the front. You've been cooperative with me.
Yes, sir. I'm not, resist. By no means.
Bust his shoulders like that.
I used to be a hellion, but I'm
Yeah, I know how it is.
too damn broke up.
You're being charged with first-degree murder.
Damn.
Murder. Okay.
Premeditated.
Yes, sir.
It wasn't premeditated. That's why I want a lawyer.
Okay.
They trying to hit my boy with charges.
I'm sorry.
He know he did it, but he know he ain't did all that extra.
They both died.
Yes, sir.
Yo, it's crazy. Yo, this shirt is dead ass bullet.
I don't regret it.
What did you say, Chad?
Yo, this low-key type sad, even though he did some shit.
In the end, Chad would be charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. Prosecution announced that they would be seeking the death penalty if they were able to secure a conviction. Fearing the death sentence, Chad accepted a plea deal where he would receive life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Damn.
What are your thoughts on this case?
Damn.
Please share them in the comments below.
Yo, this nigga videos be tough.
If you want to learn how to...
Shout out to that nigga, Mr. What is that, Red Tree Stories? Nah, that shit tough, though. W video.